As you can see, I don't really have nothing in my hands here, to keep me on course, cue, or any of those things. Yeah, right? But yet here I am. I just wanted to check in and have a real moment, whatever that is. Like I said, I got nothing written down. I struggle. I've been struggling actually for things to say, for content to put out there. And a lot of times I don't really have nothing to talk about. This is one of those times, you know. I figure I could talk about the barber industry. I lived that life, so and then there's so many people already in that lane, so that don't really move me, and I don't want to just talk about that. I want to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. When I first started this pod, man, about probably 6 years ago now. A lot of stuff I talked about was like woke stuff, and I'm more than that. I want to talk about more than that. There's many sides to us, and I don't just want to just focus on one part. You know, so yeah, I struggle with things to talk about. I struggle with having put out content and thinking back later on, like, oh man, I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I actually put that out there. And there's a lot of pods some of you may have seen. Not that I got a lot of followers or nothing, but there's some pods some of you have seen, and if you scroll down, they're not even there anymore because I deleted them. So I made a pact with myself to, once I put it out there, I'm not deleting it. Fuck it. If it's out there, it's out there. So I've even thought about switching up the way I dress, switching up my image, not using profanity, things of that nature. And nothing has really helped in terms of getting more views and shares and comments and stuff like that. Followers, subscribers, if you will, stuff like that. None of that has really helped. So, hey, I have to remind myself that I don't get paid to do this. Yeah, sure, I could monetize, but I don't get paid to do any of this. Meaning my livelihood doesn't depend on this, so I don't need to kowtow and do all this other extra shit. When I turn this camera on, I'm me. This is what it is. This is what you're gonna get. Profanity, woke shit. You catch me singing here from time to time off key, whatever it is, man. So yeah. If you're a content creator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes I can struggle with things to talk about. Sometimes I feel some type of way because ain't nobody really watching. You watch people who claim to, support you, right? And, they won't, they're not like on Instagram. They ain't taking, because I got a Hoodies the Podcast Instagram page where I take clips of my pods and put them up there. And nobody's taking my clips and, sending them to someone else's DM or sharing them on their page or whatever. Nobody's doing none of that, but they claim to support me. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just saying, you think about those things and they can, if you let it'll fuck with you. It'll make you feel like, damn, should I really be doing this? But I don't really care what nobody else says, really. I mean, well, that's a lie. I do care. I just have to remind myself that, one, this is not my livelihood, and number two, I know that my content has value. I'm not up here faking the funk. I'm not up here saying a bunch of things that I don't mean. And as you can see, I'm in my barber apron again, looking like a butcher. You know what I mean? But I guess in a sense, I am cutting up in here. I'm cutting off the fat. Cut away the paper, and I'm just speaking off the top. So, yeah, man, I struggle with a lot of things actually, content wise. Yeah, and as far as the support, I actually get more people who aren't necessarily following me who tend to give me a little more feedback, which is man, I'll never understand that. How folk who's rocking with you won't hit the like button, they won't comment, they won't do none of that, but will say they support you, but yet someone who you think isn't supporting you is the one supporting you, commenting and liking your shit. you know. So so I would just say to other content creators, man, just keep doing what you do. You know, you got a concept, man, go ahead, think it through and put it out there. You know, listen, there's somebody out there somewhere right now recording just like I am right now, and they haven't taken lighting into consideration. They haven't taken background music into consideration. They don't necessarily take their images into consideration. A lot of them just get up there and just start talking. And crazy enough, they do well. At least from where I'm standing, they do well. You know, as a content creator and as a person just living life, you got to just say, man, fuck them. Or just say, fuck that. You know, I don't really care if somebody else is doing better than me. I couldn't care less, man. What you eat don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? There's lanes. People got lanes, and I stay in my lane. You know? And I'll take my little couple views, my couple likes, and I'll take all of that. This is also a great way for me to vent. Also a great way for me to really get some stuff out. Because again, no, I'm not in an open floor barbershop. I'm here in the suite now. But I still be having heated conversations with folk. And because it's a conversation and you don't want to hijack it and take over it, there's a lot of things you don't really get to say. So a podcast is my opportunity to really go in depth, to really go in and talk about how I really feel about things. You know what I'm saying? To talk about how I really feel about myself and just things, period. I've even thought about changing the name of the podcast. I was going to change it from Hoodies to Podcast to the God Rashidi Podcast. And I'm not totally against that. What y'all think? Hoodies to Podcast or the God Rashidi Podcast? Imagine starting it off. Welcome back to another dope session of the God Rashidi Podcast. I'm the host of God Rashidi, coming at you live from the Skill Suite. We're going to be not so live, but we're coming at you. Or, should I just stay with the Hoodies to Podcast? I don't know. But for now, it's Hoodies. So yeah, man, it's late January. February's almost here. Just finished cutting. And as you can see, I don't really have anything to talk about. I don't really have any content to really throw out there. There's nothing I feel really, really, really strong about. Other than the fact that even when you don't have nothing to say, turn the camera on and just relax your mind, let your body be free. You know what I'm saying? You know, rocking with the sounds of God Rashidi. Yeah, that was corny. I enjoy doing podcasts. It can get a little stressful, like I said, trying to find things to talk about. But I enjoy this, man. I don't care if I'm just able to get through to one person. I'll take that. One person. I'll take that. Look, followers or not. Well, see, to say I have no followers. But fuck it. Followers or not. Again, see, I can get up here, turn the mic on, say what I need to say, blah, 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 and then turn the mic off and go and sleep well at night because I know I'm not up here just blowing smoke. I ain't up here just talking a bunch of shit that I'm not about. If I'm talking about it, I'm about that life. You understand? I'm not just up here just talking. I'm not scamming you. I'm not doing none of that. I don't have to troll nobody. As far as I'm concerned, when I get up here, I am me. I am honest about it. I ain't too proud to say I'm pissed off about some shit. I ain't up here acting like, I'm just so righteous and that I talk about people from time to time. I don't troll people. You understand? But I'm not this calm cat who's totally in control of my emotions. If you remember the last podcast, there it is. Then you know. You understand? But one thing that you cannot say about me is that I'm up here fronting and trying to be something that I'm not. Okay? I'll be 50 years old in July. You understand? I'm a barber. I work here in the barber suite. And this doubles as a podcast studio. And this is what it is, man. So another thing that I would say is, hey, stay authentic. Somebody will see you. You know what I mean? They may not even let you know if you are the shit or not. but you may have inspired them to be just as real and authentic as you. You know what I'm saying? If nobody's told you, fellow content creators, just fellow human, you matter. Yep, you matter. You are enough. You understand? If nobody's told you that you special, you are. You are special, and you are enough. Okay? It don't matter what nobody else says. Okay? If somebody, I'm doing better than you, or if you feel like somebody else is doing, if you feel like someone else is doing better than you, keep this in mind. Here's something to throw around, right? How do you know? Based off optics, how do you know if that person is really doing better than you? Again, based off optics, because you see the car, you see they fine woman, you see the house, you see, what do you see? You see the trips they may be taking on the gram? Okay, say they do get all that going on. A fine ass woman, car, house, trips. Okay. And I know it seems like I'm always talking about people who are fat, right? But let me tell you why. The reason why I'm always bringing up fat is because I'm very intentional about my diet and how I move and working out, because I don't want that for myself, right? And some people might just say, well, hey, I think everybody should just live their life. True. Everybody should just live their lives the way they see fit. Do your thing. I'm just saying, I got questions about the quality of that life if you are overweight or in bad health. So, a person could have the car, the this, and the that. How's their health? How's the quality of the life that they live? You can have a big house, but shit, if you in poor health, you can't even fully appreciate that house because you're sick. If you're overweight, you probably can hardly get up and down the stairs. You see what I'm saying? Now here you are with less, but what if even in having less, what if you still have more? A person can still be poor with a lot of money. Okay? Money only gets you things, tangible things. It can't buy you the intangibles. The intangibles have more worth, if you ask me. Time. It's not something you could touch and grab, but you can still have it. See what I'm saying? Happiness is not something you can touch and grab, but you can still have it. Love. Can't touch it and grab it, but you can still have it. See what I'm saying? If you got those things, a relationship with all your kids, grandkids. See? Some folk are doing really well, and they don't have that. Oh yeah, they doing real good. But their kids can't stand them for one reason or another. They may not be able to stand their kids. Let's just keep it funky. Just because kids are kids don't mean that they're good. Okay? But this whole notion that somebody else is doing better than you, you don't really know that. You just only see what you see. And even if you know them, you only know what you know. Stop worrying about who's better than you. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And if you decide to turn your signal on and change lanes, hey, just remember, this is still your path. This is still the car that you driving in. This is your path. Okay? Not theirs, not nobody else's. Yours, man. Word. If you don't get nothing else from this truth, if you will, I think it would do you some good to go ahead and walk away with that one. Because I'm walking away with it too. You dig? Word. Yeah, man. I don't even know what else to talk about. Shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club. The Skill Youth Chess Club, we still popping. We still getting it on. You know what I'm saying? Being at the local mall, as y'all know, that's where we've been meeting up at. Right? Even being there, we still get it on. We still do our thing. Only thing is, shout out to Brother Ozell. Brother Ozell, I haven't said much. I haven't said anything in regards to having a new volunteer. And he don't like having his picture taken and all that. He's made that plain, like when we take group pictures and all. So I'm not gonna put a picture up of him on the screen. However, if he happens to be watching this, doubt it, but if he happens to be watching this, I would really like to say thank you for volunteering. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the great ideas of the things that we're going to do in the future. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your time. And this brother can play. Woo! This brother can play some chess. Damn it, this brother can play. Anyway, excuse me. Excuse me. I was also going to say that one of my clients, brother LaVar, right? He is relocating his business, his mental health business. He's relocating his business, and the new place will have different conference rooms, different rooms with a lot of space in them. And we've already talked about it. We've already got a deal going on to where I can take the group there every so often, and then we can then resume our basic self-defense courses like I would do at the old location, because of course at the old location I had way more room to get down. So that'll be happening in March. I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. So yeah, that's what's popping off with the Skill Youth Chess Club. We are now 8 years into this thing. This year will be our 9th year. A lot of alumni come through every now and then and push some pieces with us. It has been and is still a beautiful and great experience, man. I appreciate all the parents for their buy-in. I appreciate it all. Deadass. Shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club. We still doing our thing, man. Word out. We still doing it. So not gonna keep y'all too long. Just wanted to check in, and just talk. Just talk. And yeah. And this felt good. This felt real good. So yeah. I'm the Garber Sheedy, and this is Hoodies. Peace.
Subscribe to this channel. Over and out.